Ever walked into an exam feeling prepared, but the moment you see the questions, your mind just goes blank? If you have experienced this, trust me, you're not alone. Today, let's break down exactly why this happens and how to prevent it so you can walk into your next exam feeling focused and confident. And by the way, a big thanks to Dr. Ravi, whose insight on this topic really helped me put this together. This is like the brain's version of the white screen of death on your computer. But what's actually going on in our brains to cause this blank out? So let's get scientific for a moment. This mind blank phenomenon is linked to something called working memory, which is mainly controlled by our prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain right behind your forehead. Think of working memory like the brain's temporary scratch pad. It's where information gets processed in real time. Now, during studying, you're mostly using long-term memory, where all that hard-earned knowledge is safely stored. But in the heat of the exam, your brain relies heavily on working memory to recall and apply that information in real time. Here is where things get interesting. There is something called the Yerkes-Dodson Law, which describes how our performance varies with our level of arousal or stress. Imagine a graph that shows a sweet spot between low and high stress. At the perfect level of arousal, you are focused, alert, and performing at your best. But many of us, especially in an exam setting, end up in the distress zone. You're so stressed that your performance starts to drop. And this is exactly where most students get stuck. High stress but low performance. So, why does this happen? Working memory has limited space, unlike long term memory. When you're faced with a tough question, your brain has two options. It can focus on the question itself or it can get distracted by internal thoughts. The thoughts like what will my friends and family think if I don't score well? Can I even finish this paper on time? All those worries are fighting for space in your working memory. Here is what happens next. All those distracting thoughts start hogging space in your working memory. After one tough question, your brain gets overloaded, goes into sort of freeze mode, and suddenly everything goes blank. The questions that follow might be easier, but you're already in that blank state and it's hard to get out. But don't worry, there are ways to tackle this. Let's talk about what you can do to avoid that dreaded blank mind. Number one, build internal confidence. Lack of confidence is one of the biggest reasons this happens. When you believe in yourself, it's easier to focus solely on the task at hand. Next, try to ignore those internal conflicts. Let go of worries about what others will think or whether you will finish in time. Just focus on the question in front of you. Your working memory is limited, so don't let it get cluttered with unnecessary thoughts. One way to build this skill is through mock test. In this, you can practice dealing with tough questions while keeping your focus. Train yourself to ignore any internal conflict that comes up. The more you repeat this, the better you will get at staying focused under pressure. So, what if you go blank during an exam? Here is a trick that's scientifically proven to work. Take a quick pause and close your eyes. Then count from 1 to 100, or if you want a challenge, count backward from 20 to 1. This will help clear your working memory and give you a fresh start. Let me tell you a quick story. Once during a Viva exam with 4 stations, I completely blanked out at the second station. A tough question threw me off and I couldn't answer anything after that. But When the bell rang and I moved to the next station, it was like my mind reasoned. I performed well there because my working memory had a fresh start. Unfortunately, in most exams, you can't just stand up and walk around. So, the counting trick I shared is a great way to create that same mental reset right at your desk. Another method is to distract your mind by thinking of any moment in your life which make you confident and feel like you are going to win. Think about it for a while and resume the exam. Now, some students fall on the other end of the Yerkes-Dodson curve. They are so chill, so chill that they are in a comfort zone. These are people who don't really care about the outcome. So, they have low stress and low performance. So, don't think you should eliminate all fear. Fear can actually be a great motivator, pushing us to perform better. The goal is to reach the growth and learning zone where you have just enough stress to stay focused and alert, but not so much that it hinders your performance. This is the sweet spot where you are in the flow, your mind is sharp, and you can give your best. So, in summary, build internal confidence, avoid getting lost in internal conflicts, and practice staying focused to mock test. And if you do go blank, don't panic. Just pause, close your eyes, and reset your working memory. Remember, going blank isn't a sign you didn't study enough. It's just how a brain works under pressure. Remember, fear isn't the enemy, it's about managing it. So keep practicing, believe in yourself, and when exam day comes, you will be ready to tackle this like a pro. Best of luck, and I know you have got this. If you found this helpful, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you have ever experienced that mind blank moment and how you overcame it. See you next time. Bye.